Hey there, it's Tricia with Easy E-mini Trade, and today I just want to show you during market replay what the order flow actually looks like. And everything that I've done for you so far, the screenshots have been static, so it's difficult for you to understand what the order flow actually looks like. So I'm going to do market replay and show you a few trades from Friday the 13th on the YM. And I did get an email from somebody asking why I'm spending so much time advertising for Maria, and it's not that I'm advertising for Maria per se. I think that it's really good tools, her order flow stuff, and I'm just trying to pass on anything that might give you the edge. You guys know that I don't push anybody else's products, and I really do believe in the order flow and the value areas, and you can trade them with setups that you're currently trading and just pay attention to the value areas and the order flow when you're taking your trade, so they can help you no matter what setups you're using. At least, I'm convinced that they can, but it's not for everybody, and I'm not trying to offend anybody by sending out the videos. I'm just trying to help. So I hope that you find these helpful. So what you're looking at here is the market replay on Ninja, and you have it in Sierra as well. I'm not sure if you have it in TradeStation. The order flow tools that I'm using are only available for Ninja. So what we're looking at is the YM here on the left is the order flow, and I have it on a 5-minute chart, and then on the right I have the market profile on an 8-tick range chart. Now you can match it the same. You can put the chart on the left here on an 8-tick range chart if you like. At first I wasn't a fan of the 5-minute chart, but actually I've come to really start to like it, because basically we're looking down here at the delta, which right where I'm circling my arrow here on this first line here, you'll see delta, and this is all customizable. You're looking at it the way I like to view it. But what we're looking at with a negative delta is that we've got more sell orders than buy orders. It's the difference between the number of buy orders and sell orders. So here currently this bar is still forming, and right now we have a negative delta of 130, and obviously this is continually moving. This is the action bar here. This is more aggressive orders coming in, and what it does is it will take these orders and then put them on this 5-minute bar once the appropriate number of ticks is reached. Over here is volume on the left here. You can see I'm circling it here with my arrow. And over here on the right, we've got the fair value area in yellow. We've got the point of control here in purple. And then we've got the value area high right here in orange on the top, value area low here, this orange line here on the bottom, and then this would be the second value area low, and then up top here would be the second value area high. We also have volume over here on the right. This is for the day, and then this is cumulative volume, this dark outline, and then these dots here that you see, blue, red, pink, these are previous day's value areas. So I'm just going to speed this up a little bit so you can see it actually happen a little bit faster here. So what we're doing is we're just kind of watching, waiting for price to either break out up here or break down here. So right here where this is forming, I'm just going to pause this here for a second. Right here where this is forming, you could actually be getting, get your attention ready to look to take a buy. So here it closed under this orange line here. So what I'm looking for is you can be very aggressive, and you can just put your order in just on the orange line there for a buy, or you can wait to get closed above there. So I'm just watching here to see if we get closed above there, and then I'm looking at the delta over here. I'm watching for it to get positive, and it's not just about the delta. You can actually see the orders coming in. So now you can see that we've got this close above here. So I could go ahead and I could put a buy right there, just above that bar there, and it just filled. And again, this is just sim because I'm doing market replay. But when we got that, we actually got the positive delta here as we were breaking this value area right here. Right here. So I can just go ahead and I can put a target in like 10 ticks above. So let me just put sell up there at, what that was, 70. So I'll just put it up there at like 80. And then of course you'd put your stop wherever you decide that you want your stop to be. And as long as you still have positive delta here, you can just sit here and wait for it to go. Now I didn't take this one. I actually took one a little later, around 10, a little after 10, and I'll show you that here in just a second. But I'll just let this play itself out here, and let me just speed it up. There we go. So I'm just going to speed it up a little more. So I've got it playing 8 times. So you can see it just took that target out. And obviously, you don't have to leave a target there. You can continue to trail as long as you've got your positive delta. You can stay in the trade and keep trailing it higher. So you can see we've got the positive delta here at 276 on the left, and now you can see the new orders coming in over here on the action bar, and still positive. So if you wanted to trail it, obviously on this one here that I just showed you, I would already be out. So let me just fast forward this a little bit further here. So I'm just going to speed this up. So now we're going at like 15 times. I'm going to go a little bit faster here. I'm going to go like 50 times here. And the same holds true here as well, is you could buy the bounce here as long as you've got positive delta, or you can wait for the delta to go negative if you're getting closed under this orange line here and take a short with the hope of it finding its way down to the point of control here at this 961 area. And I'm just going to speed this up a little bit more. So I'm just going to let that play out. And then obviously, depending on how you manage that, you know, you could have obviously gotten more than 10 ticks out of that trade. So now here, let me just slow this down a little bit here. Here it's coming again down to the point of control. And you can see that we're just kind of chopping around here, consolidating. And a way that you can know that that's what price is doing, if you can't tell by looking at it, is you can just see where a high portion of the volume is being traded. So you can see here, comparatively speaking, we have a lot of volume in this area. I'm circling it here on the right. Over here on the left, you can see it here as well. Far left on the order flow chart, you can see that we've got a lot of volume in that area as well. It's telling us that there's a lot of congestion. If I just smush this down a little bit so you can just see the different volume levels, the higher volume areas, price is going to get hung up on, and then we have these little openings here where we don't have as much volume, and when price gets there, it will usually be able to be sucked through that to the next high volume area, usually pretty easily. All right, let me speed this back up again. And so right there, and I was a little slow to get that taken in sim, but there is a short right here. Let me see if I can still get that in. Probably not. But right under this bar here, okay, so it did fill. You could take it under this bar here when it closes back in the fair value area. You've got negative delta here. You can see it. You can see the orders coming in here. So now the hope is that it's going to find its way back down to the point of control here, or down to the low value area here at 950. So let me just speed this up a little bit. Let me just put a target out there. I'll just put that there. That was at 76. So we'll use 66. We'll just use 10 again. And obviously, you know, if it's going to go further, I'll miss out. But I just want you to get the gist of it. So this is actually the bar that we took the trade on. So let me just mark that here, right there. So it breaks. We had negative delta when we took it. And what's nice about, like I said, about using the 5-minute, which I never considered before, is that we're actually getting the overall trend, or bias, if you will, on a 5-minute chart. The bigger the chart, the more follow through you'll typically get in the way of not chopping back and forth, in the way of red bar, green bar, red bar, green bar. On a 5-minute chart, you're looking at more of a stronger trend bias, if you will. Even if you're going sideways, you have a green bar or you have a red bar, it's a little bit more telling than a red bar or green bar on an 8-tick range chart. And so pretty much you're just sitting this out, sitting around waiting for this to either work out or not work out. Didn't hit the 10-tick mark. Obviously, if you were looking for less, like 8 ticks, I think it would have filled you already and taken you out with your 8 ticks. So here I've got positive delta, but on this action bar I still have some negative. So you can go ahead and get out of the trade if you want it, break even if you're worried about it, or you can just wait it out. You've got your stop in place, wherever that may be, whatever you decide is right for you. And we still have negative delta, so I'm not scrambling to get out of this yet. But you can see, okay, so it just took us out with 10-tick profit on that. But you can see, looking to the left here, we do have a little bit of congestion here. And so now it's found its way to the point of control. And now if it can get through the point of control, we're expecting it to find its way to the other side of the profile here. And so that's how we trade, using the order flow and the market delta. You can see here, if I didn't get out here with 10 ticks, I still have a negative delta here. I can still, if I was in it, I could trail or just put my order down where I expect it to get to, which would probably be the other side of the market profile, which is down here at this 951 area. So it didn't quite hit that, but usually what I'll do is, if I have a target in mind, I'll use a couple ticks above or below that. So if I had 951 as the area where I was expecting it to get to, I would probably use like 954, 17,954, let's say. And then if it holds here and the delta goes positive, then you could go ahead and buy it off the bottom of this low volume area here. Now, I didn't take this buy here. I'm just going to speed this up so I can show you where I actually took the trade. I didn't take the buy there. It didn't quite hit here, but you could have, because you had positive delta, but if you were waiting for it to actually touch it, it never did. So I never took that. So what I took was, I'm just going to speed this up so you can see where I actually took it. You can see you still have the positive delta here. You have negative here on the aggressive orders coming in, but it's very minuscule. You can see it's -1, so now it's back to, back and forth here. But you can see the orders coming in here and the order flow moving, and you can watch it here as well. If you have high, let's say that you're looking to buy. Now I could even have bought it here off the point of control with the positive delta here, but I didn't. I didn't wind up buying it until it was breaking out up here above that 978. But you can see the orders coming in, and if you have a high number of, let's say, buyers here in the middle, and then you're watching the numbers dwindle as it's moving higher here in the price levels, then you know that interest is waning. There aren't as many interested buyers as there were, like down in this area here. And you'll see these little ribbons here. You see this white ribbon here, here, this blue one here, the white one here. Those are the value area, the value areas here. And I'm going to just shut up here for a second, because this is where I took my trade, was down here. So I'm just going to get this ready. I have positive delta, so I'm waiting just kind of for the close above the value area here outside this yellow. And you don't have to, like I said, you could be very aggressive and just have your orders sitting there. So I'm waiting for my close above, and I know that just triggered it, but I wanted to have it there. I'm not really used to using Ninja's sim or chart trader. So this is actually where I got in right there. Down. I can't move it because it already triggered it, but above this bar here, and then you're looking for your 10-tick target or whatever you're looking for here. And so obviously you can trail it up. As long as you've got positive delta there, you could keep trailing it. And so just took it out at 1801, 18,001. All right, so I hope that that helps. And if you have any questions, please feel free. Email me or email Maria. Maria is offering a special still. She's willing to give you guys $200 off or an extra month in the training room. And in the training room, you get 6 months now at no cost. So that would give you 7 months. And she's running a special right now. And I'll put that in the email. But I hope that you find that helpful, and we will talk to you all soon.